All right, guys, Darren from FBA Elite, and welcome back to another video. So in this week's video, I've got two important settings that you guys need to go and check and change for your Amazon seller account, because if you do not set these up correctly, they can do serious damage to your Amazon FBA business and your Amazon products. And I know this firsthand as I've experienced big issues with both of these settings recently. So let me talk you through the settings, and if you already sell on Amazon, I want you to double check this, and if you're new to selling on Amazon or plan to sell on Amazon anytime soon, I want you to be aware of it so you can set these up from day one and not experience the issues that I have. So to find this first setting, go to the cog in the top right hand corner of Seller Central and go to Fulfillment by Amazon. And then I want you to scroll down until you see these two boxes here, which is your automated unfulfillable settings and your automated fulfillable settings. Now, if you already sell on Amazon, you might be thinking you know what to do here and you're going to click away from the video, but just bear with me for a couple of more minutes because there is an additional setting to these that makes a big difference to these actually working. So the automated unfulfillable and fulfillable settings refer to what Amazon will do when you receive a return. So when a customer returns a product to the Amazon fulfillment centers, what should Amazon do with that? So firstly, let's take a quick look at the unfulfillable settings. So when a product comes back to Amazon and the warehouse staff deem that that product isn't suitable for immediate resale, you have a few options. You can ask Amazon to try and furbish it, they can grade and resell it, or they can send it to liquidations. Now, I don't trust the Amazon staff at all, and I certainly don't want them making judgment on a product, whether it's suitable to go back to a customer, as that's going to lead to negative reviews and more returns. And negative reviews and more returns will destroy a product. So what I do instead, I just get all unfulfillable products returned to me. So you can see my settings here that twice a month, I get all of my returns that are unfulfillable returned to me. They also have the fulfillable settings. So these are for ones that Amazon deem are resellable straight away. But again, I get them to return them to me as I don't trust Amazon to check the products fully. Now, the big issue with both of these settings is that Amazon ignore them, and Amazon still try to resell probably 3/4 of the returns I get, despite the fact I don't ever want to resell any return unless maybe I've had it come back to me and I can check the quality of it myself. Because like I say, I just don't trust them to have the same eye for detail as I have. And also, imagine you as a customer, do you really want to receive a product that you've got an inkling may have been returned and resold? It's certainly not a good experience for the customer. So this is what we've been dealing with since I started selling back in 2018, Amazon completely ignoring this. And I remember for my very first product, I had a return. I think I've told you guys before, I used to sell, my very first product was a car boot liner. And I had a return and someone moaned that their dog had been sick in the boot and it wasn't waterproof enough to stop the vomit from kind of leaking through the boot liner. So, okay, fair enough, it's a return. And then about 2 weeks later, I got another return from someone else moaning that they'd received a boot liner with dried liquid on it, which I can only assume was the vomit. So Amazon resold that return, despite the fact it should never have been resold. And they've continued to do this for the past 6 years, despite the fact I've told them through the settings, please do not do that. Now, recently, Amazon have introduced a new setting. So when you go back to the settings page, these are the two that people have always changed. If you scroll up a little bit, you'll see this one here, FBA returns, evaluation and ownership settings. And that brings you to this page, Fulfillment by Amazon inventory evaluation settings. So you have 4 options to choose from. Enable returns evaluation for all ASINs, which is default, which is how this account was set to until I changed it recently. Enable return evaluation for select ASINs. So maybe you are happy for Amazon to inspect some ASINs but not others. Or you can disable it for all ASINs, which is the setting that I use. As like I say, I just do not trust the warehouse staff. It's nothing against them. It's just I know the pressures they're under and the targets they're under and the small wages that they are paid. And also they're going to have a different eye for detail as a seller does. So I don't trust them to basically grade, resell, refurbish, resell any of my products. So now this additional setting here should stop either of these settings being followed. It should just mean that every single product that comes back to Amazon doesn't have a chance of being resold. It will either go to disposal or it will be sent back to me. So that is the first setting overall. I know I've showed you 3 different pages here, but these settings here, so your FBA returns evaluation and ownership settings, unfulfillable and fulfillable settings, make sure you set them up so Amazon do not resell your returns, because you will get negative reviews, you will get more returns, and that will really hurt your product and your Amazon FBA business. Now, this second setting that I want to show you, this is a relatively new setting. And I just noticed it on one of my products because I was getting negative reviews again. But before I show you that, just very quickly, Helium 10 have a Black Friday offer going on at the moment. There will be a link in the pinned top comment, but it's 30% off for 6 months. You can see it brings the price down from $99 to $69. You don't have to sign up for 6 months. You can just sign up for a month if you want, but for up to 6 months, you can get 30% off. And there is a link in the pinned top comment and in the description. So this second setting that a lot of sellers aren't even aware of, and they are also unaware that Amazon have decided to auto-enroll a certain amount of products into this scheme. So I've got various products, and some of them Amazon auto-enrolled and others they didn't. Maybe they didn't pass the test that they carry out for this particular scheme. So just check this for yourself. So this is called the SIPP, which is the ships in product packaging. And you may have had this yourself. You order a product from Amazon, and instead of coming in an Amazon box, it comes in the supplier box, the original manufacturer's box, and they stick the Amazon label on it. Now, for certain things, that may not be an issue as you're not fussed about the packaging. But for example, one of my products which has been badly impacted, it comes in a gift box. So if people are buying this as a gift, as it's part of the main image, it's one of the selling points, it comes in a gift box. If Amazon stick their big shipping label on it, then certain customers are going to get pretty upset, especially if they were buying it as a gift. And again, that's going to lead to negative reviews and returns. So what you need to do is opt out of the SIPP. So if you want to unenroll your products from the SIPP, I couldn't find a link via the settings. I had to find this via the help file. But if you just go to Seller Central and at the end of the URL, put /SIPP-enrollment. I'll try and pop up a link on the screen somewhere as well so you guys can see it. And that will bring you to this page. And if you go to the enrolled product, that is where you can opt out. Now, I'm not going to click on that at the moment, as you will see the products that I have unenrolled, but they're still showing in there at the moment. So I don't really want to show you that and have to edit the video. So this is where you unenroll the products from SIPP. Now, as a seller, why would you consider doing this? Well, for certain products, it may be that the packaging isn't important and you're quite happy for Amazon to send your product in that packaging. And in order to encourage you to do that, Amazon do offer a discount on your fulfillment fee. But that discount is so small that for most FBA sellers, I wouldn't even consider this. I would rather it be shipped in an additional Amazon box. It reduces the risk of damage, and customers are also used to receiving Amazon products in an Amazon box. Now, I've brought up the latest rate card from Amazon, and if we take a small or standard parcel, which is what most FBA products will be categorized as for most people that are starting Amazon FBA in 2024 or beyond, and we take maybe a 1 or 2 kilo product, look, you get an 11p discount off one of the particular product that they were shipping of mine in a box to try and save me on fulfillment fees, but leading to negative reviews. I was saving a whopping 8p. So when you're paying £2.30, £2.40 or £3, whichever tier you fall into, that additional 7, 8, 9, 10p, it's worth paying for the majority of products to reduce that risk of customers not being happy with it coming outside of an Amazon box. But also, if the packaging is important, you do not want an Amazon label on that box. So those are the 2 settings I want you to go and check now. If you already sell on Amazon, or if you plan to sell on Amazon, make a note of it to change these day one. Now, if you do want to get started with Amazon, I've got a step-by-step tutorial that you guys can follow. It will show you how to make your first £2,000 per month. I'm going to pop up that video now, and I'll see you guys over there.